I believe in a mother's comfort, in a father's protection, and in a God who guides them both. But it wasn't always this way. My mom. When I was young, I saw her beauty as something I could only pray for. It rested in the gentleness of her smile and the contagiousness of her laugh. And her comfort never failed to be the perfect medicine. From skinned knees to late-night sicknesses, my mother's sweet voice and gentle touch dried every eye and calmed every nerve. Our family dog Truffles clung to my mother's side, always desiring her affection more than anybody else in our household. I believed in my mother's comfort. My dad. He was that superhero that forced all the monsters under the bed to flee. His strength never ceased to amaze my brothers and me. But his protection was something embarrassingly unappreciated. He taught me how to ride a bike and constantly reminded me to wear a helmet. Even as I whined and complained, he'd only reply, "It's for your protection, sweetheart." That helmet always came in handy when the road got a little too much for me. I believed in my dad's protection. But that was when I was young. Then things changed. As I entered high school and then college, my parents became less of the comforting beauty and the superhero, and more of Dictator 1 and Dictator 2. We fought. A lot. I failed to see their love for me as a support system, so I pushed, and they pushed. Then this guy came into the story. I saw him one way, and they saw him another. I felt like God was forming the love story I had always prayed for, and my parents were just missing it. So I pushed, and they pushed. It wasn't until all these views collided when everything exploded. My parents were right. He was all wrong for me. He said one thing and did another, and when things got difficult, he up and ran. And it was my mom and my dad that remained. "We would die for you, Heather. You're our little girl, and no matter what happens, we will always love you." These words still send chills down my spine. In that very moment, when I thought I was far from deserving of it, I received a small glimpse of the grandeur of God's love. It was right there, in my parents' eyes, in my mother's comfort, and my father's protection. I have no doubt that God used my parents in that situation. He guided them to show me the things I was blind to. I'm still healing. But just looking at my parents, I'm pretty sure I have the best examples of what love really looks like. So, for now, the blessings I have surrounding me are more than enough. God is guiding me and my mom and my dad. At least, that's what I believe.